From predicting mind-blowing tech to foreseeing shocking political twists, The Simpsons has proven its ability to occasionally see into the future.
The Simpsons have done it again. For decades, this animated sitcom has eerily predicted real-world events: Trump's presidency, Disney's takeover of Fox, and even significant technological advancements.
And it seems The Simpsons just can't wait for next season to deal with Donald Trump.
But this time, the prediction is far more chilling. It involves Hollywood legend Gene Hackman and his wife. And what the show seemingly foresaw will leave you questioning everything. But could this be another eerie coincidence, or is something far more unsettling at play? Sit back and enjoy the show. The Simpsons, the show that sees the future. Gene Hackman, one of Hollywood's most revered actors, has spent the last 2 decades away from the limelight. Since his retirement in 2004, he and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, have lived a quiet life, far removed from the chaos of Hollywood. Unlike many celebrities who remain in the public eye, Hackman chose complete isolation, making rare appearances and staying largely off the grid. But despite his retreat from fame, his name has resurfaced in an unexpected and chilling way through The Simpsons. For decades, The Simpsons has fascinated audiences not just with its humor, but with its bizarre ability to predict real-world events. From major political shifts to technological advancements, the long-running show has built a reputation for eerie foresight. But could its writers have foreseen something truly unsettling about Gene Hackman and his wife? First airing in 1989, The Simpsons is one of television's longest-running shows, spanning over 35 seasons. Over the years, the animated series has seemingly anticipated major events, making many wonder: is it all just a coincidence, or is there something deeper at play? The show has correctly predicted everything from smartwatches to economic crashes, making it almost feel like a window into the future. This uncanny accuracy has sparked endless debates. Are these predictions the result of satire and sharp social commentary, or is there an element of genuine prophecy behind them? Many dismiss The Simpsons' predictions as clever writing, attributing them to the sheer number of episodes and the probability of certain events happening. Others, however, believe there's something more mysterious at play. The show's long history of getting things right has turned it into a cultural phenomenon, fueling conspiracy theories and online speculation. Some even suggest the writers have insider knowledge or some sort of supernatural insight. And now the latest prediction making waves involves none other than Gene Hackman. This supposed Simpsons forecast doesn't just hint at his fate, it extends to his wife and even their dog. The nature of their deaths, how it all unfolds, and the eerie accuracy of the details have left many questioning if this is yet another coincidence or something far more sinister. But before we get into the specifics of this shocking prediction, let's revisit The Simpsons' history of predictions that have actually come true. From the Trump presidency to tech revolutions, their track record is chilling. But might this pattern indicate that their most recent forecast regarding Gene Hackman is something we ought to take seriously? Let's delve into it. The Simpsons' predictions that actually came true. For decades, The Simpsons has been more than just a satirical cartoon. It has eerily foreshadowed real-life events with uncanny accuracy. While some argue that the sheer number of episodes makes a few lucky predictions inevitable, others believe the show's sharp social commentary and deep understanding of global trends have allowed it to predict the future with disturbing precision. One of the most famous examples is its prediction of Donald Trump's presidency. In the 2000 episode Bart to the Future, Lisa becomes the President of the United States and casually mentions inheriting a budget crisis from her predecessor, Donald Trump. At the time, the idea of Trump in the White House seemed absurd. Yet in 2016, it became a reality when he was elected as the 45th president. Even more eerie, The Simpsons may have done it again. With speculation growing about Trump returning for a second term as the 47th president, many fans are pointing to a later episode where he appears to win another election. Was this just a lucky guess, or is The Simpsons scripting our political future? The show's ability to predict major corporate moves is just as eerie. In a 1998 episode, When You Dish Upon a Star, The Simpsons featured a scene where 20th Century Fox was labeled a division of Walt Disney Co. At the time, this was just another satirical jab at media conglomerates. Yet 2 decades later, Disney actually purchased 21st Century Fox in a multi-billion-dollar deal. How did The Simpsons foresee one of the biggest corporate mergers in entertainment history? Then, there's the infamous Siegfried and Roy Tiger attack. In a 1993 episode, The Simpsons depicted a magician duo, clearly inspired by the real-life performers, being mauled by their own tiger during a show.
In a town full of big names, bears became the biggest. With their menagerie of exotic tigers and lions, these self-proclaimed masters of the impossible.
A decade later, in 2003, Roy Horn was attacked on stage by one of his tigers, suffering severe injuries. The similarity between the fictional scene and the real-life event is chilling, raising the question, was it a simple case of satire becoming reality, or something more? Even advancements in technology haven't escaped The Simpsons' predictive power. In 1995, an episode featured a futuristic wristwatch that functioned as a communication device, something that became a reality decades later with the rise of smartwatches. Similarly, in 1994, the show depicted a character struggling with an early version of autocorrect technology, leading to comical errors. Today, autocorrect fails remain a common frustration for smartphone users worldwide. Perhaps the most disturbing prediction was related to the COVID-19 pandemic. In a 1993 episode, Marge in Chains, The Simpsons depicted a viral outbreak that eerily resembled the real-life pandemic. The storyline featured a mysterious illness spreading from Asia, leading to widespread panic and a government struggling to contain the crisis. Even more unsettling, the same episode also included a swarm of deadly bees attacking people, strikingly similar to the murder hornets that made headlines in 2020. The eerie parallels between fiction and reality left many fans questioning whether the show's writers had a crystal ball. These are just a few examples of The Simpsons seemingly predicting real-world events. Are they merely coincidences, or does the show have an inexplicable knack for seeing into the future? If history has taught us anything, it's that The Simpsons' predictions should never be ignored. And that brings us to an even more unsettling question. What about their predictions for 2025? Could they be right again? Let's find out. The Simpsons' predictions for 2025. If The Simpsons has taught us anything, it's that its predictions shouldn't be taken lightly. With so many past events eerily foreshadowed by the show, it begs the question, what about 2025? Could the writers have once again glimpsed into the future? Fans are convinced that recent episodes have hinted at what's to come, and if their track record is any indication, we might be in for some shocking developments. One of the most talked about possibilities involves artificial intelligence. The Simpsons have long depicted scenarios where AI grows beyond human control. Robots taking over jobs, smart home devices turning against their owners, and even AI influencing world decisions. With recent advancements in machine learning and automation, 2025 could be the year when these predictions start to feel less like fiction and more like an inevitability. Are we heading toward a world where AI controls key aspects of daily life? If The Simpsons is right, we may soon find out. Beyond technology, the show has also hinted at major shifts in global politics. Given its previous accurate predictions, such as Trump's presidency, many are scouring past episodes for clues about the next big political shakeup. Will there be an unexpected election outcome? Is a new world leader rising to power? A surprising alliance between nations? With tensions high and economies shifting, The Simpsons might have already given us a preview of what 2025 will bring. One particularly alarming prediction suggests an economic crisis driven by a global rush for gold. In a past episode, The Simpsons portrayed a world where nations scrambled to accumulate gold due to strict U.S. policies. While it seemed like a far-fetched scenario at the time, today's economic uncertainty and shifting global markets make it feel eerily plausible. Some experts even speculate that 2025 could see countries prioritizing gold reserves in response to financial instability. Was this just another example of satire? Or did The Simpsons once again predict the future with unnerving accuracy? Recent episodes have only fueled speculation as fans continue to dig through the show's archives in search of clues. Whether it's references to climate disasters, new space exploration breakthroughs, or even another health crisis, social media is buzzing with theories. But what if The Simpsons predicted something far bigger? An environmental disaster, a new space race, alien contact, or even the death of an iconic actor? Keep watching. The internet is full of deep dives into past episodes, with many convinced that hidden messages about 2025 are waiting to be uncovered. But while these predictions are intriguing, there's one that stands out from the rest. Unlike political shifts or technological advancements, this one is far more personal and far more unsettling. Among all the theories, one prediction involves none other than Hollywood icon Gene Hackman. If the show's history of accuracy is anything to go by, what it may have predicted for Hackman and his wife could be truly chilling. The chilling prediction about Gene Hackman and his wife. After all the eerie predictions that The Simpsons has seemingly gotten right, one stands out above the rest. One that's far more personal and unsettling. Hidden within an episode that many fans claim has been overlooked is a prediction that involves none other than Hollywood legend Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. Given the show's uncanny ability to foreshadow real-life events, this has sparked a wave of speculation. Could The Simpsons have once again predicted something disturbing? The episode in question, though not widely discussed, has gained traction among online theorists. In it, a character resembling Hackman is portrayed as a retired actor, living a quiet life away from Hollywood.
I never wanted to be anything but an actor. George Scott had a line in Patton that I think is appropriate. God help me, I love it.
At first glance, the episode seems like a simple nod to a legendary career that faded from the spotlight. But things take a darker turn. As the storyline progresses, the character and his wife encounter a series of eerie misfortunes culminating in an unsettling fate that fans can't ignore. The details are chilling. A sudden health scare, an inexplicable event involving their dog, and a final scene that hints at an unavoidable tragedy. While the episode never directly names Hackman, the similarities are enough to send shivers down the spine. What makes this even more disturbing is how The Simpsons has a history of wrapping real-world events in layers of satire and exaggeration, only for them to later come true. Whether it's the Siegfried and Roy tiger attack, Disney's acquisition of Fox, or even the rise of AI, many of the show's most absurd moments have ended up eerily reflecting reality. This pattern raises a haunting question. If The Simpsons have been right before, could they be right again? And if so, what does that mean for Gene Hackman and his wife? Social media has erupted with theories, with fans dissecting every detail of the episode. Some argue that the portrayal is too specific to be a mere coincidence, while others believe it's just another case of The Simpsons using satire that happens to align with real-world events. Reddit threads and YouTube breakdowns have gone deep into the analysis, with some claiming to have found even more hidden references within the episode that suggest an ominous connection. Even skeptics are acknowledging that, given the show's history, it's hard to dismiss outright. Of course, there's always the possibility that this is nothing more than a strange coincidence. After all, The Simpsons has produced over 781 episodes. Statistically, some things are bound to appear prophetic. But with every past prediction that has come true, the line between coincidence and something more unsettling starts to blur. Could this be another example of The Simpsons' ability to see into the future? Or is it just an elaborate case of fans reading too much into things? What makes this theory particularly haunting is how it lingers in people's minds. The idea that a simple animated comedy could foreshadow real-life events is both fascinating and terrifying. As we look ahead, one question remains. If The Simpsons were right before, could they be right again? And are we simply watching history repeat itself? Or is something far more mysterious at play? What do you think? Coincidence or something deeper? Comment below with your theories, and don't forget to subscribe for more shocking Hollywood mysteries. You never know what we'll uncover next.